The first anniversary stream just ended and I know exactly why you're here. Nope, there was no global release date announcement. You can stop watching the video if that's all you wanted. First, I'm going to skim over the quick points really fast and then we'll get into the detailed stuff. The series of updates from June to September are being labeled the Beyond Update and feature an extensive list of game system changes. Starting off, we'll be getting Chapter 6 of the main story along with a new region known as Koanyani Forest. The forest appears to be Lalaforte's hometown, and it's noted that this chapter is considerably more serious than the last. The forest has a habited treetop area known as Ulrau Village and various overworld and dungeon maps. The max level cap will be increased to 80, and class action level G5 will be unlocked, with each class also getting a new class ability passive. We have some standard events where you farm currency and buy things from the shop. You know, nothing new here. Astraleads will be getting some anniversary themed decorations. We saw a glimpse of room customization, which is separate from the housing system, and it allows you to put some small decorations in your room at the Astraleads Inn. Decorations can be obtained through GC, and some are planned to be added via events. They're giving all players this book that turns any class to level 70 instantly. Just note that this doesn't clear the main story for you, and you still need to increase your adventure rank to raise the level cap beyond 70. They're also doing another screenshot contest where the grand prize will win 5,000 Rose Orbs. New and returning players have additional login bonuses and bonus quests. All players will be given a limited edition title, First Anniversary Ambassador. Next, they're going to be opening up an official merch store, which is going to start shipping items in September, including things like metal badges, acrylic stands, and keychains. Minigames will be added in a later patch, but they showed off things such as tag, hide and seek, and even beach volleyball. Log in between June 14th and June 26th to get these gifts shown on screen. We're finally getting this setting to hide some objects that are blocking the camera view. You can enable it or disable it to make them see-through, so that you can see your character better in corners. Another welcome addition is that raids will now start dropping beta skills, and they'll drop them at a higher rate than advanced dungeons. Dungeons have a chance of triggering an enemy rush, where a mini-boss is replaced with the Silver Napo, and you get lots of chest drops. Additionally, a new Mission Treasure Boost ticket is shown. By using this ticket at the end of a dungeon, you can double your drops. We're also getting a buff to some fusion material drops, which are needed for limit breaking. Another small change is that level sync has been adjusted to not apply in a few scenarios, namely when you're in a 3-person pre-made party or when you're soloing a dungeon. They added places to sit on ledges in Astraleads, such as around the docks and on rooftops. You can scoot around a bit as well as leaning forward or back. On benches, you'll be able to turn your body diagonally, and round seats will allow you to sit in 8 directions relative to your camera. Thus, by moving your camera, you can face all 360 degrees. Weapons will get an aura based on your battle score in order to visualize your progress. There's a new free gacha event which has over 10 of the past gacha outfits, and you're guaranteed a random outfit at 200 pulls. All of these tickets are given out for free. You can't pay for this gacha. This month's gacha will feature ninja outfits and a wolf-like mount. And of course we have some ninja-themed emotes that are given as a bonus for pulling on these banners. We also get a step-up gacha, which includes the outfits shown on screen, the ninja outfits, and some past outfits. You pull up to 5 times, and each step increases in price. The price for step 1 and 4 are half off, while step 2 and 5 give guaranteed S-rank outfits. Additionally, step 5's lineup consists of only S-rank outfits. The bonus gift for pulling on the Step Up banner is this new type of Step Up medal, which can be exchanged for special cosmetics and emotes. After this Step Up banner, it looks like they're going to run another one, but the date has not yet been announced. And alongside all of this, there is also going to be a rerun Step Up banner, which I assume is just going to have some of the past outfits, and it will also reward these Step Up medals. The Season Pass is getting some big changes. Most notably, it's no longer going to be a buy once, play forever type of system. The current system allows you to buy a pass once, and by completing it, you gain enough free Rose Orbs to buy the next pass. Free Rose Orbs and paid Rose Orbs are distinct. From Season 7 onwards, passes will now only be obtainable through paid Rose Orbs. Going forward, there will now only be one pass tier, the Royal Pass at 128 Rose Orbs. There will not be a free tier. The Royal Pass will no longer grant 25 ranks upon purchase. However, you'll have unlimited usage for the beauty salon's normal course. Season length will be cut in half from 60 days to 30 days. The season store will be removed, and daily quests will no longer be randomized. The passes used to give unique Battle Imagine. These have been removed for now. Suzuki said that they will be added into a shop at a later date, where players can buy them for tokens obtained free-to-play and through paid methods. Additionally, they're going to remove the materials for these Battle Imagine from the BPP store as well, which was a common point of contention about the game being pay-to-win. These are the newly added G5 class actions. Aegis Fighter. Use the class action while sprinting to consume shield gauge and perform an even more powerful counter. Successful counters will restore the consumed shield gauge. Twin Striker. Use the class action while sprinting to perform a high-speed dash attack. While dashing, you take reduced damage and have super armor. This can be used while jumping. Blast Archer. Using the class action while your BC charge is max greatly increases the range of your heal and creates an inner circle whose heals overlap with the outer circle. Additionally, the inner circle applies auto heal for 20 seconds, so when your HP drops below 50%, you'll be healed back up to 100%. Spellcaster can now move while using their class action. While in combat, engram stacks will begin to accumulate, with each stack increasing damage dealt and elemental charge accumulated. Maxing stack 1 gets you 5%, maxing stack 2 is 10%, and max stack 3 is 30% damage increase. Perfect dodging and using your ultimate will increase the rate at which stacks are charged. However, if you take at least 1 damage, you'll lose 25% of 1 stack, and the stacks will temporarily stop charging. Heavy Smashers can use their class action while sprinting to perform a charging attack. You can't use the charge attack back to back. If you hold the class action key while holding the backwards input, you will begin charging Charge Shot. If you fire Charge Shot at level 1, it'll consume 2 cartridges, and Round Shot's final hit will pull nearby enemies to it. At level 2, it will consume all cartridges to fire a powerful attack. If 3 to 5 cartridges are consumed, tactical skills will have their cooldowns reduced. If 6 or more cartridges are consumed, you grant yourself increased damage, small, and temporarily reduce cartridge consumption. Blitzlancer. Press the class action key again after throwing your spear to perform a plunge attack. Applies the green sigil. Beat Performer. Gain a pick every time you use a tactical skill. At 3 picks, a buff area is created around yourself and your amp. The buff area grants different effects based on the 3rd skill used or the basic attack variant used. If you use buff type tactical skills or the forward basic attack, the buff is reduce incoming damage, medium. If you use debuff type skills, attack type skills, or the sideways basic attacks, you apply damage up, small. Recovery type skills and the backwards basic attack will apply recovery up, medium. Picks do not have a duration, but will reset when respawning or changing maps. Each class also has some skill adjustments for the skills Glitter Mode, Dust Vortex, Vortex Impact, Refresh Area, Meteor Inferno, Calm Lullaby, and End of Javelin. The only one they showed on stream was Refresh Area, where now the normal version cleanses abnormal status effects, and the alpha version can be used as a ranged AoE instead of being centered on yourself. Next, we have some new class abilities, which are passives that unlock at level 23. Aegis Fighter's Sentinel Shift reduces the aggros of allies in range of you when you successfully perform a counter slash while you have the most aggro. Twin Striker's Limited Trigger allows you to go beyond the combo gauge gap temporarily after using your ultimate skill. Tactical skills, ult skills, and perfect dodges will further increase your combo gauge in this state. Blast Archer gets Cure Extension, which makes buff skills and recovery skills also charge the BC gauge. Additionally, it increases the healing provided from Cure Arrow to allies with 20% or lower HP. Spellcasters get Quick Illusion, where perfect dodging will grant you a buff for continuous EP recovery, medium. Heavy Smashers get Compression, where quick reloading will instantly reduce tactical skill cooldowns. Blitz Lancers get Soulless Emblem, where consuming sigils grants a buff similar to Lifesteal. The duration is based on the number of sigils consumed. And finally, Beat Performer's new passive is Groove Effect. When a tactical skill's effects are applied on 4 or more entities, which can be enemies or players, that tactical skill's cooldown is instantly reduced. Starting in June, the weapon system will be tweaked. Weapons added in the June patch onwards will only be obtainable as drops from dungeons, no more crafting. They'll be eligible for 2 new systems. For clarity, I'll call them Weapon Tiers and Limit Break passives. Weapon Tiers replace the old Special Effects system, which granted bonus damage against a certain class of enemies. It now provides extremely powerful passive effects for your class. There are 3 weapon tiers: normal, rare, and legendary. The one shown on the right here is legendary, with the first value referring to the legendary effect, and the second value being a damage increase. These values are determined by RNG. While legendary passives have typically something to do with your class, rare passives are not class bound. They can be used on any class. For example, this effect here generates a healing area when you do a perfect dodge, and this one reduces the cooldown of skills in Battle Imagine upon successful critical hits. In addition, you can get one of 4 modifiers on these effects that grant stats passively. For example, you can have dodge healing stamina or dodge healing HP. Another effect they hinted at was one where basic attacks have a chance to apply paralysis. Rare tier passives are meant to hold you over until you get a strong legendary. Legendary tier weapons are absurdly powerful, and this is intended to incentivize players to grind for them. For example, the weapon shown earlier had full resurrect 50%, which can instantly revive a downed player and give them 50% HP. Another example is Archer's charge shot effect, which allows them to shoot 5 arrows in a cone shape instead of 1. Spellcaster has an effect to continuously recover EP, effectively granting permanent concentrate. Heavy Smasher has an interesting one, where quick reloading guarantees that the next skill will crit. I think you get how these can be crazy strong. They start showing these legendary passives for each class at around 1 hour and 10 minutes to 1 hour and 30 minutes in the stream, so feel free to take a look. The other new feature, Limit Break passives, give you an incredible stat boost after max limit breaking your weapon. This value is once again determined by RNG. One thing to note is that while the weapon tier can be transferred through the limit break system, limit break passives cannot be changed. This means once you +5 your weapon, your limit break passive is locked. You can always +5 another weapon and then transfer your legendary tier passive onto the new weapon though. And with how often the weapons have been dropping lately, it's merely a matter of how much you want to min-max. For endgame content, the June patch will have the Valiant Arena for party play. This content is a permanent addition, so you can always go back and get past rewards after gearing up. However, the sooner you clear it, the rarer the medal you can receive for clearing it. Medals are cosmetics, so they only give you bragging rights. The party version rewards an outfit, and the solo version, which is coming later, rewards a mount. In July, we'll get access to the War Gods Training Grounds, which is another endgame dungeon and rewards weapon skins. There's only one enemy in this dungeon, and you get special skills to use inside. When timed well, these skills can interrupt the enemy's attacks and shield you from lethal damage. Also in July, we'll be getting Advanced Survey Plus dungeons, which will drop the strongest weapons to date. I believe they said that these will always give the same gear, but every month the dungeon will change so it's less monotonous. In August, they're planning on bringing back the Flare Demi-Dragon Battle Imagine, which was temporarily added during an event as a prototype. Now it's being added as an Awakened Battle Imagine. Awakening effects grant a multiplier to the Limit Break passives on weapons. At max Limit Break, this Imagine will double the effectiveness of your weapon's Limit Break passive, taking that 700 attack line from earlier up to 1400 attack. The Flare Demi-Dragon's recipe will be unlocked in August, and you'll need materials from the June, July, and August patches to craft it. Finally, in September, we'll be getting Valiant Arena as a solo dungeon. And that's about it for the June patch stream summary. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the changes, if you're looking forward to anything shown during the stream, or just say hi if you're watching for the first time. I translate all the developer streams live on my channel, so if that sounds interesting to you, hit the subscribe and bell icon to know when the next stream pops up.